Welcome back to your next listen. Today I want to recommend a song called The Necromancer, and I want to talk about how they use storytelling within their song without lyrics, and how we can apply that to our songs, how the ideas and the fundamentals behind some of the music that we're going to hear, how that applies to humanity and how we interpret things. So, without further ado, let's play the first 30-ish seconds of it, and then we'll talk about it afterwards. Right off the bat, this is a song called The Necromancer, so it starts off very dark, it starts off very soft, it is ominous, it is bold, it is just this quiet tone that something isn't right. We have those constant drum clicks in the background, which provide a tempo and a rhythm, and then these longer droning sounds that kind of waver and quiver towards the end of their sounds as if they're echoing across these cavern walls. But there's nothing substantial to listen to. There's nothing to focus on during this song. It's just everywhere and anywhere. And just like how if we were in this situation in real life, we wouldn't have anything to focus on, we haven't seen the enemy, this music reciprocates that, and it doesn't show its full fangs yet. It doesn't show the melody, it doesn't show any of it yet. It's just building up to it, and it's going to do that until we get to the end. So I'm going to show the part where it builds up to the crescendo and where it finally reveals its fangs, and then we'll talk about what that does. I skipped over a lot of the more nuanced details during the parts that I cut out, where a lot of the smaller instruments come in and they give little clues about what might be happening. But I started right when we get the first major instrument that pops in and gives us something to listen to something to focus on for a long, extended period of time, which is that electric guitar that comes in. And electric guitar is very well known as probably one of the more intense instruments in an orchestra, which in this context means that it is very well used as the bad signal, as if there's tension and problems to come. And then right when it drops out, the music itself becomes more fuller, the basses get a little louder, and everything just fills up a little bit more. There's no more background noise anymore. There's no more background sounds, little skirling along. And then the violins come in and they start trilling up to prepare this tension, and then it hits with a chime hit, and then bam, you've seen the enemy. So now it's a necromancer. So there he controls an army of undead, and you can hear that in the vocals, as the vocals are both female and male, and it's a choir, it's an orchestra, they're all singing, but none of them are singing words, which also plays into that environmental storytelling through the music. I also want to take a look at the percussion itself, which starts off very, very mild, very soft. That boop, 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 kind of symbolizes your heartbeat and that tension that creates there. It is a very, very, very effective technique to have this heartbeat into your song to create tension. I recommend trying it if you're trying to create a tension song next. Heartbeats are extremely effective If you don't believe me, there is a ride in Phoenix, Arizona, USA, where at the Splash Mountain, it's a drop down, and throughout the entire ride, as you're waiting up there, they play this heartbeat that slowly gets louder as you get further into the line. It is terrifying. And you can apply that to music too. Having this softer heartbeat as you're building tension, as it's coming and going, really, really affects you. And then it swaps to these drums, these war drums, that are more pronounced, more announced. And they hit a little harder, but they're still really soft. And this is the kind of emotional storytelling that I love in music. Having these little cues and these little ideas that reference other things, such as your heartbeat, such as spiders scurrying, such as tension, that they come together to make this story without lyrics, and I love it. I highly recommend this song. It is the Necromancer by Lucas Lambert. I'll put it in the description, and just go check it out. Do yourself a favor and listen to the full song. I haven't shared a lot of the really cool parts because I want you guys to discover them by yourself with the thoughts and the ideas that I've put into your head of what are they referencing, what are the story they're trying to tell right now. And I love it. I highly recommend it. I need to end this video before I start getting too high-pitched and too excited. So yeah, this is a great song. Thank you guys so much for staying around, but now it's time for you to leave and go listen to the song. So, bye, I guess.